welcome to Chats. My name is Camea Davis, local poet and educator.
And I am Januarie York, local poet and activist. And this is the lovely Miss Georgia Me.
Georgia Me is an award-winning spoken word artist. She has so many accolades, including a Tony Award. She has her own festival in Atlanta. And she is here tonight just to talk with us about all the awesome things she's doing and her work. So, Georgia Me, tell us about the empire that is you.
Well, that is a lot, but I am CEO and founder of Lady Girl Productions. Lady Girl is my mama nickname. You know how they got bad boys, so we LGP, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it is all inclusive performance humanitarian agency. We have 19 departments, and what I am doing is monetizing and industrializing spoken word. I've been blessed to do things with different advertising agencies. I've done Vegas, casinos. I've done everything from the trap house to the church house. Right. And in all those places is revenue. You feel me? And I feel like, Russell one time said, poets stay poet. That's how you make the good poetry. And I told him, no, I'm not a poet. I'm a poet. You understand me? And what I'm worth is not negotiable and priceless. So I want poets to have that mind state that their work is worthy of the offering that these people are giving, which isn't enough. We love what we do, but I want us to be able to thrive, not just survive.
That's right.
Off of what we love. And God has blessed me and shown me so many different ways. From commission work, I do weddings, funerals, school events, help brothers get their woman back, whatever you need. You understand me? This is what we do. It's the word, and it can be anywhere. So I just want to put spoken word everywhere, and people know and people understand there are levels to it. Because the person who comes into the poetry world 3 years should not be making the same as someone who's been in the poetry world 20 years. You feel me? So we just got to establish those levels and standards and just go, because the world is waiting on us. They know about it, but they ain't seen the greatest do it on a regular basis. As I was telling January, what we're missing in our work is the commercial. You understand me? The only reason a lot of people make all the money they have is because of the commercial and the constant advertising of their brand and what they're doing. With spoken word, you don't have that unless you have a show that pops up. And then it's not even giving light to the poets. No disrespect, shout out to Verses and Flow. But the first season, they had the decency to have us on the little ticker tape. You go info. After the first season, they quit doing that. The first season they had the poets on the commercials for every week. It wasn't the same poet. It was with the poet. So that disrespect cannot happen anymore. And we've got to stand strong and demand what we want, because we're beyond worthy. We're giving you a gift.
That's right.
So yeah, that's why I'm the Bogart. I'm do this for the game. You know what I'm saying? Get us.
So when you explain everything, you're saying poetry and spoken word. In your opinion, is there a distinction?
Poetry is life. Spoken word is deliverance. It's the entertainment aspect of what we do. Everybody's a poet, but everybody ain't a spoken word artist. And it takes seasoning to be a spoken word artist. It take going to a different market. It take doing this more than once a month. It takes work. You feel me? And diversity. You got to be versatile to be a spoken word artist. You just can't be one type of poet. You're a revolutionary poet, and you only gonna go to the revolutionary stuff. Yeah. You feel me? I do everything. You feel me? You should be able to go into the church, into the school. You should be able to go into any entity, period, and share your work and have a word for that place. When I go do a rap competition, I'm not doing full figure potential. I'm doing band, or is this my only choice, or sister to sister. You got to have something for every audience. So poetry is life. And I love poetry because I'm a nerd. So I love the word. But spoken word, you better move me. Right. You better get me to going, ooh, yes. That's what spoken word is, deliverance. So, yeah, there is a difference. And that's what we're here to rectify today. And it's no disrespect to anybody. Like I tell people all the time, if you're a spoken word artist and you do poetry, you need to be at Barnes & Noble on Saturday afternoon. You're reading your poetry. There are people who read poetry and then they're spoken word artists. And there's no disrespect to anybody, but I don't want you on the same stage as me and then you feel some kind of way because you aren't a performer. That's your fault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Your word ain't less, but you chose the wrong venue to share it. Don't cast your pearls to swine. You got to know what you're doing.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So when you think of all the venues, we know that you've done Broadway. You're currently in Indianapolis with the Jill Scott.
Jilly from Philly. Woo, woo, woo.
Right. So tell us about that. How you got that?
Oh, I met Jill years ago at Def Poetry, and I loved her spirit. I've always loved her. You know what I'm saying? Another big, beautiful. You better work. Yeah. Okay. And when I first, and we met each other on Broadway, and then she came to Def Poetry, and she just grabbed me. She was like, Georgia. And I'm like, yes, Jill. She's like, you really should act. I believe everything you say. And you know how she is. I just broke down crying. I know, Jill. But a couple of months back, we had a show in Atlanta. I'm so country. Atlanta. And her husband was the producer of it, and I helped him put the show together. Mm-hmm. And that night, she seen the best of Atlanta, and Emerald Green was in town. Let me shout out the people that was on the show. Mm-hmm. Queen Sheba, Dichotomy, Tommy Bottoms, Hank Stewart, Focus, Higher Reality, Abyss, Emerald Green, Red Storm, and Georgia Me. Okay? It was monster.
Crazy.
Oh, it was a monster show. I wasn't have her come to my city and catch the open micers. Mm-hmm. That wasn't finna happen. And so she loved the show, and right after the show, she said, I want you to go on the road with me. And I was like, girl, I go anywhere with you, but I'm from Atlanta, so I catch a lot of Hollywood talk. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But the next day, she texted me, and then she called me that night, and then from then on, this is how it happened. And I've been enjoying myself on this road, and it's been wonderful. I can't even... Thank God she's so cool and so benevolent, really so gracious. Mm-hmm. She is. Oh my God. And everybody in her entire team and camp is loving. No one has been there less than 6 years. I mean, in 20, 10, 15 years just with Jill Scott. That means that you are such a good person. People want to work with you. Mm-hmm. Our driver was like, I couldn't wait for this tour, you know, and I'm like, I want to have that same type of affinity with the people that I work with and that work for me. She's a great boss lady.
So I want to ask a question. What keeps you going as an artist?
Oh, purpose. I know these words heal. I know these words uplift, inspire, motivate. That's what I asked God to do when I first started doing it. And the constant people going, please don't stop. Mm-hmm. Please don't quit doing what you do, because the world needs it and they know it. And I'm just grateful that I have an 18-year career. I ain't sold no tail or no crack. You know what I'm saying? So it's been poetry, for real. And then it be lean times, but you gotta have faith in your art. You know, and that's what keep me going. And then my community, my hood love me. Shout out to the West Side ATL who's on one. Cause
Atlanta.
Yeah, what's up ATL? Because I'm a ghetto belle. I'm straight from the West Side, and my community supports me. This hood girl doing something that's so-called not hood, but I elevate everybody there. So
I want you to go a little further about community support. Because a lot of times I think that is kind of an underrated phenomenon within the community. We say support, we need your support, and people, they come out sometimes and sometimes they don't come out. But talk a little bit about what it does for an artist, what it does for your spirit, what it does for your drive, what it does, and how you take that and give it back to the community. Talk about what that support means overall.
So many times I'll pull up to a venue and you see 6 cars. And you're like, that's who worked there. You know what I'm saying? And you just it's disheartening. But then there are those days when you pull up and it's packed. Mm-hmm. And it's a line to the corner. And it just means so much because it's not like gas or water. So it's not something that people necessarily need. Mm-hmm. So they want to support you and they want this word. Mm-hmm. And I'm beyond grateful because my support team in Atlanta goes back from when I was in middle school and high school and all the jobs I've ever had. Those people come out and support me. I mean, That's what you're supposed to do. Put your family and friends onto other art. We just be so, it's about me, it's about me. No, it just can't be you for a industry to sustain itself. So we need everybody, especially those who are involved in the community, claim they love it, to bring other people in. To bring other people in and know that everybody ain't gonna like every poet, but they can find somebody to love.
That's right.
So that's what it's all about. That's why I love putting on. That's why I do my festival, because I got all these amazing talented people that I know. Ooh, I want the world to know about Alex Marion and Danny Cassette and Red Riding Hood and Huggy Bear and Ree-Wop. And I need them to know this beast out here in these streets, and not just poets, these amazing singers who the world, they're underfound, not underground. You understand me? We out here working.
Yes.
You just got to find us.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get this commercial out, so you ain't got to go far. GeorgiaMeThePoet.com for all your needs. Whatever you need. You need a girl that spit fire, I got her.
Georgia
a magician, I got her.
Georgia me.
Anybody black doing anything amazing, I got her.
Georgia me.
Okay, and especially spoken word. If they ain't with me, they really don't do this. I just want you to know that.
Georgia.
If I don't know them, they ain't knowable. I'm just saying. I know her. I'm just saying. Okay. Alright.
So you brought up Tamika Fest. Can you just tell us everything it is, what happens?
Tamika Festival.
And how did you come up with it?
Okay, let me tell y'all how that happened. So, we finna go into our 9th year. So 10 years ago, I was honored by the beautiful sisters of Delta Sigma Theta. And they gave me the Kaumba Award, which is an award they give to different artists, activists, amazing women. And I thought I was one of the women. I didn't know I was the woman. So when I arrived, after being up all night in Miami in the same dress, they didn't know that. But anyway, I get to the venue and it's all about me. I mean, I'm like, oh my God. You know, I'm like, I see my friends, I'm surprised. They got little kids singing, and they got a picture that some high school kids done did. And I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. And then they bring out 4 proclamations claiming May 4th, Tamika Georgia Me Harper Day. Now, what do you do with a day? You know, we sitting around talking about, what you gonna do for your day? I'm like, smoke, read, pray, you know, do what I do. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, you gotta do something else, you know? And I was like, well, what can we do? With my friend Nikki Wade, she said, well, I've always wanted to do something like Lilith Fair, but with black women, and called it Tamika Fair. And I was like, I ain't finna have anything called after my name. That's too arrogant. That's just, I mean, come on now, Tamika. You know what I'm just saying? She's like, no, serious. That way you know it's unapologetically black. I was like, well, I like that, but I don't want to just be women. I want to do something for men, women, and children, the whole community. And it started out 3 days, and it went from a fair to a festival the next year. Because it was 4 days, it was 5 days, and 6 days, and we just did 8 days, and we're doing another 8 days. Because I wanted to be the biggest urban fringe in the world. I've done the biggest theater festivals in the world, and there's not one black fringe in America. I've done South Africa, I've done New Zealand, I've done Australia, and we don't have one. So that's my goal, that in by year 15, we'll be a month long.
Nice.
With different acts from around the world that are unapologetically us. So Tamika Festival is April 30th through May 6th, 2017. And we do it every year. My day is May 4th, so it's always the first week of May. And I give y'all a little sneak peek. This year, one of the honorees is my brother. He don't even know it yet, but Omari Hardwick, we are honoring you this year. We're honoring you. I'm so proud of you. Omari is a poet from Atlanta, and I met him at Harrison's in Atlanta. And before he moved to LA, he was the only person to stay, him and his family, to watch me perform. And he was like, you are so good. You are so good. I'm finna move to LA to be an actor, but I'm a poet too. And we always stayed in contact. We always, you know, and I'm just so proud of him. He beyond being cute. He's a really good man. You know what I'm saying? So we just honored, like we've honored the last poets. We've honored Millie Jackson, Big Rube, Kilo, who's an ATL legend. We've honored, Frankie Beverly and Mays, Fantasia. You know, I just want people who love being black and represent us. in a magnificent way. If George Carlin was alive, he's a good white man, he would be honored. You know, people who fight the great fight, you know, and exemplify their God-given gifts, you know, and teachers. I honor a lot of teachers and educators and community people who don't get that light, like Linda Smith and Freddie Hendricks and people like this, Josephine Lowry. You know, these are the people who I want to make sure that the world might not know, but I know you're amazing. So yeah, that's what we do. Come to Tamika Festival, celebrate every aspect of who you are, unapologetically. The whole diaspora, from ratchet to righteous.
Yes.
Yes. Well rounded. Come on, Tamika. Okay, so I want to get back to the tour. Right?
Okay.
So, how long have you been out on tour?
Since Wednesday, so it's almost a week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Has anything funny, crazy, epic happened? Give me the scoop. Give me the scoop.
Okay, let me tell y'all what happened. Shout out to Memphis, Mississippi. So the other night, Jill happened to have another opening act. Most of the tour is just me and her. But on certain cities, she might have one or two other opening acts. And I'm supposed to go first. But because they kind of love me, they was like, nah, you going after whoever. So I'm like, okay, cool. I got bumped up. You know what I'm saying? So Shawty went up, he did his thing, he sang. He kind of like Prince meets Robbie meets Bilal. He just stay up here. Ain't no notes down here. All the notes is up here, okay? So after about 7 songs, he's done, okay? He had 45 minutes, you know what I'm saying? He's done, and the crowd really is waiting on Miss Jill Scott.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but you know, I'm next. So the lights go down. My music comes on. Kevin Gates. All my diamonds shine cause they really die. I mean, you know, I'm hood. You know what I'm saying? I walk out with a slow pimp walk. I mean, I got a long dress on. I got flats on. You understand me? I'm just, the hips just going. I see all these cameras go up, 4,000 cameras. And I'm crunk, I'm dabbing. And I hear somebody go, Jill dabbing? Then the lights come up. And they're like, that's not Jill. And then all you hear is boo. Ooh. Now I ain't gonna say what I said to him directly because this is for television. But I said, you blank blanks is booing me. I said, Jill ain't the only big pretty bee in the world. I said, how y'all get us confused? I got B cups, she got D cups. Y'all know this ain't the same. I said, y'all thought I was Jill, like that. And they was gone. They was like, oh, wow. So I said, that's why she brought me, because she's an amazing woman. And she recognized other amazing women. This is my treat. This is her treat to you, me. Yes. And they loved me. Shout out to Memphis, making easy money, pimping, blink in style. I'm with you. You know, they messed up my whole intro though, because I had a whole thing. But when they booed, I was like, oh my God, but it was funny. Yeah. It was funny. Now I told Jill, and she was laughing. She's like, but that's not gonna happen anymore. We're gonna give you an intro. I don't want you to go through that. I said, I didn't have a problem. I was cool. Because I know how to adjust. I've been doing this for 18 years. I've gone into places where they are booing me because I'm doing poetry. They don't want to hear it, but by line 4, they buying my product. They buying me drinks. This has been my whole career. You know what I'm saying? I put poetry where it's not supposed to be. And then they're like, we want poetry, we want you. And then I go, well, let me show you some other people. Yes. You feel me? And that's what I'm about. I tell my friends, I'm the girl that goes, there's gold in them hills. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind being a scout. Yeah. You know, so that was hilarious. Shout out to Memphis again. But they gave me so much love, and thank you to all the male followers after that show. I appreciate y'all. Had like 50 brothers in my inbox.
Nice. Okay, you talked about the voice, the power of the artist and the poet in the community, and us coming together. What are your thoughts about what's happening in several cities around the country in regards to police brutality, Black Lives Matter as a movement, and all the people that's come as a response to those things?
Well, I'm a little different in that I've never thought the war was over. So none of that surprises me. It's like a gazelle when they wake up. They don't wish the lion's gonna be nice. So I'm never shocked. You understand me? I'm so elated with my people's response right now. Because we're hitting them every which way. Yeah. Every which way. Not only are we hitting you economically, because we're making those moves to boycott businesses just to show our impact. We are moving our money to black business. We're making a conscious effort to buy black, put money in black hands, which every other ethnicity does without apology or excuse or reason. We gotta make concessions. No. So my overstanding of that, everything going on, Black Lives Matter, they've always mattered. I love the hashtag. Hashtag has helped bring awareness. You feel me? Like, they're like, all lives matter. No, this is what we're saying. We shouldn't have to say Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. And if you can't get that, you didn't want to get it, and you're never going to get it. And I don't care about you either.
Yeah, absolutely.
Either you for me or against me. It's just life. So I'm just happy about the movement that's going on for real. You can march, I can exercise at home, but you got to make a real commitment to the betterment of your people, which means not only to put your money in the black bank, not only shopping with black vendors, not only boycotting businesses. You need to go into every neighborhood and do what you can do. If you're not serving in the community, then you're part of the problem too. We need more black police officers in our community.
Yeah.
Period. And we need to have better relationships with the good white police officers. I'm from the A. Shout out to all the cops on my side of town who I know personally, who are amazing Spanish, white, and black officers. And I live in the hood where crime go down. We ain't had no accidental shootings. Just keeping it real. So I'm elated. I'm happy about the revolution. The revolution been happening, but a lot of people didn't even know. So yeah, Black Lives Matter.
Georgia me.
I'm just saying. And they've always mattered. Yeah. African lives matter, Spanish lives matter, white lives matter. We know that. But these right here are the only ones that are being taken unjustly every day. I love my people, I love all people, but I don't like, if this was happening to anyone, no matter, and that's the thing about us, if it was happening to anybody else, we would still feel for them. And we would march for the white boy who was killed, or the little Spanish girl who we would be out there marching with them.
Yes.
So I just thank God for all the decent people out there that are fighting the injustice. I love it. Because it's always happening all over the planet. We're not the only country.
Yeah.
We not. There's ethnic cleansing in every nation. Whoever is the darker hue is discriminated against. Even in the Spanish countries, even in the European countries. That's what Bosnia was going through. The darker hue Europeans. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm a historian. Don't get me started.
Okay, so you made me think of one thing. As an artist, as a writer, I've heard people say, you know, poetry is activism. If I stand here right now and do my poem, that's it. I'm doing it. What is your perspective to those folks? And as an artist, is it enough just to write the poem, do the performance?
For them, not for me. I used to get upset because I got, and let me say this, the ones who do the most revolutionary, rah-rah, they don't do no work in the community. Never. Whoever your favorite revolutionary part, they don't do no work in the community. I check. I know what's going on. I'm telling you who in the community. Me, Abyss, Poetry, Sheba, Tasha Jones, Emerald Green, Red Stone. I tell you who out here talking to the kids. I just did a Narcotics Anonymous celebration. Shout out to MZ who done helped over 50 men stay off of drugs and alcohol. This is what we do. That's how you serve. You're gonna just do your art. That's how you serve. But you got to get your hands, you got to make an impact. You got to do something. I have a scholarship that my first recipient of my scholarship, not only did she graduate magna cum laude, okay, on her own, now she is making a living in Philadelphia writing. And I other night, I'm on the bus and I had to talk to my mentee for another hour after my show to help her through some personal things. You feel me? You have to really be involved. A poet's job is to feel. The rest of the world detaches themselves. Our job is to feel. So how you gonna feel and not do something? So that's just my opinion on that one. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing that, you ain't about nothing. That's just me. You just words.
That's power.
That is.
Okay, so we want to know more, want to hear more, want to see more. How do we follow you on social media?
You can go to the most amazing website, GeorgiaMeThePoet.com. That's GeorgiaMeThePoet.com. And you can reach me on Instagram at The Real Georgia Me, Twitter, The Georgia Me, on Facebook. I have several pages, but just go to Georgia Me because Dreamstyle Media is over that page and they'll make sure that it's updated more regularly than Tamika Harper will. Okay? But I'm out here. What's my number? 470-285-GAME. You understand me? That's the new number, girl, with the new area code. And 285 is the perimeter in which I'm like, God loves me. So that's 470-285-GAME. And you can get in contact with me for everything. I do bar mitzvahs, baby showers, cookouts, grandmama birthday, whatever it's taking. If I can't do it, I got an artist that I can send to you. Like I say, if I'm not your cup of tea, I got something you can sip on. You feel me?
Listen.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yes.
Thank y'all. Y'all were excellent. Shout out to Januarie Camea for doing a great job.
Oh my goodness. This was wonderful. Thank you for coming out.
Thank y'all. Bless
Talking with us.
Hello world, this your girl, the queen of spoken word, Tamika Georgia Me Harper, Tony Award winner, West Side representative, and I'm honored and pleased to be on chat